Am I the a-hole stories? Am I the a-hole for continuing to cut my own hair, instead of paying to have my cousin's new wife cut it? I've only had my hair professionally done one time in my life. I know the snarky response is, yeah, and everyone can tell or something like that. I learned to do my hair as a teen. I'm 36 and struggling, have 4 roommates to help pay rent, and just don't have the extra money for luxuries outside getting a bottle of $3 chuck every other paycheck. Sure, I wish my life was in the city, getting my hair did and nails with the girls sipping $8 cocktails, but that's not the lot I was given, so be it. Cathy married into my family, and she does hair for a living. Last time at a family get-together, she zeroed in on me and made a joke like, "Time for a haircut?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I need to trim the ends soon." She gasped dramatically, and put her hand on her chest and was like, "You need to? Oh sweetie, that's what I'm here for. Let's get you in, okay?" I shook my head no and said no thanks, I cut my own hair. She looked appalled and said, "Honey, it's okay, I'll be gentle." I just said no thanks again and went on with the gathering. My cousin announced that Cathy's happy to cut hair for us for a discounted rate, and that we need to support one another. Cathy just looked at me and smiled knowingly. I was annoyed but just ignored it, until like a week later, my cousin texted me to ask if I was interested in using Cathy's services, and that she had some openings this weekend. I said no thanks. He pushed the issue saying, "Come on, support a family member who has had a rough year with the shutdowns." I just responded, "It's out of my budget." He responded with, "Wow, okay. I guess it's too much to ask you to support us." I wrote back, "I have $15 to last me until my next paycheck. Are you going to support me?" And then waited 10 seconds and sent, "Didn't think so." Mom called me later and said that Cathy was just trying to get me to break out of a rut, and was trying to be helpful, and that getting my hair done in a new way might be empowering for me. Then she said that maybe I can adjust my budget and drop a few things to make room to support someone in the family going through a hard time. I asked her bluntly why no one in the family has ever pushed everyone around to help me, and she just got quiet and said, "Oh, sweetie," and hanged up. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Absolutely not the a-hole. If Cathy wanted to empower you, she would do it for free. If she really wanted to be nice and offer a haircut, she would do it for free. You will never be the a-hole for being broke and not wanting to frivolously spend money. I agree. Mom doesn't understand that OP can't give up anything to have money for a haircut. She's living with roommates and living check to check. What is she supposed to give up? Food, power, water, gas for her car, etc.? Oh sweetie, why don't you just not buy shampoo or simply not eat or just walk everywhere so you can pay someone to do something you can do? Not the a-hole. You have a toxic family. You were polite and they pushed and pushed. Good for you for calling them out. Absolutely not the a-hole. What is wrong with your mom that she doesn't even listen to your financial condition? It's presumptuous of her to suggest that you rearrange your budget to support your cousin-in-law. Not the a-hole. Cathy isn't doing this out of the kindness of her heart, she is hustling you for money because you're a captive audience since you're family. I guess your cousin thought that it's easier to guilt and pressure family members than friends because you can't stop being family with someone. If she were about to do your hair for free, then this would be a different story. But it's out of your budget and they're being extremely pushy, which is irritating as hell. Stand your ground. Now for the next story. Am I the a-hole for stopping going out to eat with a friend because she is always broke? I have a friend group trio. John, Allie, and I. We hang out almost every day smoking, hanging out or eating. Allie confronted John and I saying we hurt her feelings, so I am posting this to ask if we really were the a-holes. Allie is always broke, but will take advantage if you offer. Examples are, 1. Go to a drive-thru. She is broke so you offer to get her something. She will say no, but when you order, she changes her mind and will order so much food. 2. She also will order the most expensive thing on the menu on someone else's dime. I think that's rude since the only reason one of us is covering her is because we are tired of her dollar menu budget. Like I'll order a $10 fried rice and she will get a $22 Mongolian steak meal on my dime. 3. Allie didn't drive for a long time and lived 25 minutes away while John and I live in the same neighborhood. She lives near nothing so we would go pick her up. Never asked for gas money ever. Allie has a car now, and John was in a wreck so he lost his car. My car was in the shop for one day and Allie picked us up. We go to a park a mile from my house. After, she asks John and I to both give her $5 for gas. This starts a brief issue because we never asked before and explained our point. She wrecked her car now so we are back to picking her up. 4. Allie smokes grass but doesn't contribute to paying. She says she feels bad and isn't gonna smoke, but then asks to hit the blunt. We have expressed that we feel like we are being taken advantage of, Because we pay for her anytime we do something. Months later no change was made. We all have jobs, but the difference is, Ali has no bills while we do. So, John and I just stopped offering. We go out to eat without her and have always just switched off paying on food and activities. We don't care about the not contributing to smoke, but with food we just don't offer, or always hit a drive-through if she is around. We also still don't ask for gas money. This came to head when Ali asked to go get Chinese, and said she had her own money. When the check came, John asked to split the check 2 ways. It was John's turn to pay for my food. Ali got pissed and accused me of cheating on my boyfriend since John paid for my food. So we explained that switch off who pays for meals and activities lately. She gets even madder and says we purposely excluded her from going out. John explained that we were just always tired of footing her bill when she orders the most expensive thing on the menu and never offers to pay herself. We also brought up how we discussed it and nothing changed, so we just changed it ourselves. She just got even angrier and said since she is such a leech and burden, she is leaving. We never said those words. Then she texted my boyfriend and said I was cheating cause John and I've been going on dates. Boyfriend of course knows what I'm up to, so no problem there. But now I am generally curious if we were acting like a-holes. I'll accept the judgment and apologize if we are. Not the a-hole. Ali is a mooch. Ordering the most expensive items on menus when you're broke and someone else is paying, is tacky and she is taking advantage of you. Mooch is putting it lightly. Leech is more accurate. Not cool dude. Leeches have medical benefits. Whereas Ali does not. Hey! You might need a kidney one day. You never know. Not the a-hole. What is going on with Ali? Not only is she mooching, but she just accused you of cheating on your boyfriend over something completely innocuous and she contacted him about it. And clearly she knows that her behavior is at least partly wrong, because she referred to herself, albeit ironically, as a leech. I can't believe that even after she had time to cool down, she still insists that you hurt her feelings. I vote you continue going out to dinners with John and leave Ali out of the invite. In fact, you should exclude her from your hangouts altogether. She doesn't sound like a fun person to be around and she definitely doesn't sound like a good friend. The cheating comment really pissed me off honestly. John and my boyfriend have been friends since kindergarten and John actually introduced me to my boyfriend 5 years ago. So that accusation really would have held some weight and would have destroyed a lifelong relationship if my boyfriend had taken her seriously. She could have ruined my relationship, John's and boyfriend's relationship and John and his girlfriend's relationship, all because we went out to eat without her. You are probably right about needing to continue to exclude her. Not the a-hole, dump that leech. It seems like she expects you and John to pay, without contributing anything at all. Next story is titled, Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that if she can't afford to have a child it's not my problem after she told me to stop having children when she found out I'm pregnant? My 27 female husband, 36 male, and I love kids. We've always talked about having a big family and now we have one. We have 5 kids, 2 biologically ours, 4 male, 3 male, and 3 that we adopted, 6 male, 4 male and 1 female, and we couldn't be happier. Our kids are everything to us and everyone knows it. But even knowing that, my family hates that we have so many kids because they think that we are exaggerating, that we shouldn't have more because kids are expensive and we need to think about their future. We've explained them multiple times that we are fine and that fortunately we can afford to have more kids, but they don't understand. Yesterday, we told them that I'm pregnant. They got mad and didn't even try to pretend they were happy. They just told us that we are crazy and that we have to stop. My mom was the only one who was happy because we told them we were expecting another girl, but the rest of my family told us a lot of things that we definitely didn't want to hear. My sister, 32 female, told me that she and her husband are struggling to raise 1 kid, 2 male, and that she cannot imagine how difficult it will be to raise 6, that she cannot understand what I was thinking when I got pregnant. I told her that we are fine financially and that money is not a problem for us. Husband is a dentist, and fortunately in our country he earns a lot of money per month, and neither is love, that they will be fine and that we will love them all equally. But she just told me that I'm crazy for wanting to have so many kids. I told her that that's not her problem and she just started saying that I have to grow up and put aside the dream of wanting to have so many children, that I will not be able to save all the children in the world, and that was what upset me the most because she didn't have to say that. So, I told her again that it's not her problem. But she didn't stop, so I told her that I was really sorry but that it wasn't my problem if she and her husband can't afford to give their son a good life, that she has to stop projecting her life in mine. Then she started saying that I'm a horrible sister and that it wasn't right to say that when I know that she's struggling financially, that she's doing everything possible to raise her son and give him a good life. And of course, now all my family defends her and they accuse me of being a horrible person for saying what I said. But I tried not to say that and I told her twice that it wasn't her problem, but she didn't stop and I was tired and that's why I told her that. They're all the time saying the same thing as if they were the ones who pay everything for my kids, they don't by the way, and I can't take it anymore. Am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. Keep reminding people not to project their financial issues onto you. They apparently don't understand that they're doing that. Okay, but finances aside, can you emotionally support such a brood? Can you and your husband give each one of your 6 children, or more, unclear if you had future plans for more, the attention they need and deserve? Or will some end up falling by the wayside, lost in the crowd? Are you going to expect the older ones to help with the younger ones, parentifying them? What about when they're older, and their needs change? Are they going to be able to pursue their interests, or will it be sorry you can't play X sport or be in Y theater show because there isn't the time to shuffle kids around? What about if someone needs help with schoolwork, but you're too busy with the littlest to give them that support? What about post-secondary education? With smaller families, the kids may be able to get more parental support to pursue higher education and embark on their adult lives. Will you two be able to maintain your own relationship with such a hectic home life, and model good loving adult relationships to your kids? Have you really unpacked why you want more and more kids? There are a lot of reasons your family may be having a negative reaction to the idea of a 6th child. Finances are just the easiest and least emotional one to latch onto. That's pretty projecting. Not all big families are dysfunctional. The family literally just gave them crap about finances. Not sure how we got into how they parent or even why is it terrible to make a kid choose between 2 preferred activities. Part of being in a family is learning how to live with and get along with others, and sometimes that means we don't always get what we want, when we want. And that is fine. Being loved and supported is the bottom line and big families can find many ways to do this. And no, not from a big family and I only have 2 kids, but find your accusatory comment to be completely unwarranted given what was written above. Not the a-hole. If you can afford your kids, they should be happy for you period. I think it was a little callous, but well deserved, to say that to your sister, but it certainly doesn't make you the a-hole. Keep living a good life and provide well for your kids. Your sister was projecting. Everyone sucks here. Them for commenting on what you and your husband choose to do with regard to your family. You for saying your sister can't give her son a good life because she isn't wealthy. Just a lot of parent shaming going on both sides. The sister attacked her for having a lot of kids, like literally judged her for adopting 3 kids. She isn't supposed to lash back when her family was insulted? I swear some people in this sub can't give a not the a-hole unless the OP takes abuse with a smile. That's dysfunctional right there. Now for the last story. Am I the a-hole for not buying my sister's breakfast? I, female 17, asked my sister, female 18, if she wanted to get breakfast at this really good place by our school. She was on the phone with her boyfriend, male 17, and we're friends, so I invited him too. He said that he wanted to, but he lost his job a few weeks ago and couldn't afford to get breakfast. I told him I'd buy his breakfast and he took a while to convince him, but he eventually agreed. We got to the place and when we were paying, I put enough for my food, the boyfriend's food, and like $3 for tip. Our food was $14, so it was around a 20% tip, and my sister said that wasn't enough. I checked the bill and we both got hash browns and eggs for $6 and he got a $2 coffee, so I know I paid enough. My sister said that she expected me to pay for her food too, 3 pancakes, fruit salad, and a hot cocoa, $18, because I offered to pay for her boyfriend. I told her there was no way I was paying for her food, especially since it was more than mine and her boyfriend's combined. She got mad and said that I can't just pay for one person and not the other and the boyfriend, and I argued that it's my money and I could pay for whoever I want. My sister screamed that she wouldn't have ordered that much if she knew I wasn't paying and went home. I ended up paying the entire bill and my sister's boyfriend drove me home. I told our mom what happened and she transferred the money from my sister's bank account into mine, and texted her a long paragraph about how rude and entitled she was being. My sister and her boyfriend are fighting now because of that and he's considering breaking up with her because of it, so I wanted to know if I was the a-hole. Not the a-hole. I hate when people say, I never would have ordered that much if I knew I was paying. I just find it so rude that she's willing to waste $18 of your money, but wouldn't have done that otherwise. The fact that your mom and her boyfriend agree with you tell you all you need to know too. This, like, why is it okay to spend tons of someone else's money? Wow, your sister is so entitled. Normally if someone else is paying you would order less, not more. You are not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. You never told your sister you were paying for her meal and it sounds like she purposely ordered more than she would have normally only because she thought you would be the one paying, which is extremely entitled and rude. Good on you for not giving in to her tantrum. Not the a-hole. She ordered expensive because she thought somebody else was footing the bill. Your sister was acting entitled, and it is not your fault her boyfriend is considering breaking up with her over it. Chances are, he is putting together all the times he took her out and realizing when he paid she ordered the most expensive or more expensive menu items than when they paid for themselves, and realized she is using him for food she would not otherwise buy for herself. Exactly. He wouldn't break up with her over one thing like this, but a realization of repeated behavior. And that's it for this video, guys. If you have thoughts to share, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this content. I'll catch you in the next one. Good day everyone.